So ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa and Progressive Business Forum Chair Dr. Gwen Ramokgopa will tee off at the annual January 8 Presidential Golf Day. It's being held at the Gary Player Golf Course in Sun City. Watching developments for us is SABC News reporter Thabiso Moss, who joins us now live from Sun City in the northwest. And the weather has certainly come out to play. We'll get a sense in just a moment, Thabiso, how the president will play. But of course, on a much more serious note, this is an opportunity for the ANC to reflect on their ambitions for the year ahead. And there's no overstating how important that is, given the fact that we're just months away from a crucial election.
Indeed, Ayanda, good morning to you and our viewers at home. It's elections here, local government elections that we are anticipating later this year. And earlier on, we spoke about the dynamics of the ANC in the province as far as they've been faring on those local government elections as well as national and provincial elections in the province. We've seen their, electoral support declining over the years in the province. As I said earlier on, that they've lost their outright majority in about 4 municipalities in the province, which includes one of the biggest municipalities in the province, Rustenburg. You'll remember that the ANC lost its outright majority for the first time in 2016, and that happened again in 2021. But with regard to what is transpiring here today, the presidential golf day, the president is here to arrive, but some ANC leaders in the province are here. Earlier on, we spoke to the Treasurer General of the ANC, Dr. Gwen Ramokgopa, who is also the chairperson of the Progressive Business Forum, which is hosting this presidential golf day ahead of the ANC's 140th anniversary celebrations at Murulen Stadium here in the province. But I'm with the chairperson of the ANC in Bojanala, which is the ANC's biggest region in the province, and she's also the the executive mayor of Rustenburg local municipality, Sheila Mabaleguma, just to talk to us about various issues as far as governance and politics are concerned within this region of Bojanala. Executive Mayor, thank you very much for joining us on SABC this morning. Let us start with the politics within the region. We have seen one of your officials there being arrested, and this comes at the time when you are preparing for the for the regional conference which has to come this year. Maybe we can just start there with regard to the preparations for the regional conference.
The preparation for the regional conference, as the REC, I can confirm that we are busy adopting the roadmap towards the conference, because remember, before any other conference there must be a roadmap that is adopted by the REC. So we said in our last meeting discussing the roadmap towards the regional conference, and then as the REC we have agreed on the roadmap that was presented, but we have agreed that we are going to amend there and there, because we were not agreeing on the days that were there, because they were coinciding with what is happening now, the issue of January 8. And then we agreed that everything will start to be processed after January 8, because we are hosting as the region. So our focus must be on the preparation for January 8 and making sure that it is a success.
Okay, so do you have a date in mind as the REC with regard to when are you going to convene that regional conference?
No, we don't have a specific date on when are we going to convene the regional conference, because remember, for us to go to a conference, there are a number of issues that we will have to look into. It must not just be a malicious compliance whereby we are wreaking the conference and wreaking the branches to an extent that we divide the membership of the African National Congress. Remember, we've got a responsibility to the renewal and the unity of the ANC, and whatever that we are doing in relation to the African National Congress, it has to be fair and honest to all the members of the ANC, so that they are specifically and covered in each and every issues.
As the chairperson of the ANC in this region, you are governing the municipality with assistance from other political parties after your performance again dipped below 50% following 2021 municipal elections. And if you look at municipalities such as Madibeng, even there you have lost some ground as the ANC. You won that municipality by, I think, 52%. Some of the municipalities within the region, the Moses Kotane municipality, there have been allegations of corruption there. But let us talk about the lost ground in these municipalities. This year we are going to the municipal elections. Do you think that you are going to regain the lost ground as far as municipal elections are concerned?
Yeah, no, I do believe that we're going to regain the lost ground to an extent that even at Rustenburg, which is in coalition, we want the ANC to take over the municipality. Remember, we are just from the call, there was the roll call for ANC councillors, whereby we were saying to the community that voted for us that what we promised when we get in during 2021, we are still reaffirming what we promised. The issues of corruption, as the ANC, we are clear on that. We are not going to allow issues of corruption in our municipalities. And where there is corruption, it has to be exposed, because it cannot be at the extent of the people that voted for us as the African National Congress. And what is important is for us to go and account to the people as councillors who were voted in, and then whether there are challenges or not, we need to give feedback to our communities, something that is we are always encouraging to our ward councillors in particular.
But are you cracking the whip enough, though, as the ANC, as far as, your councillors are concerned, taking into consideration some of the challenges are faced by municipalities, even in this region, where some of the councillors, are behaving there's this unity among some of the ANC caucuses. I mean, we have seen that transpiring at, Moses Kotane local municipality previously. But are you cracking the whip enough as the ANC, as far as those councillors are concerned?
The issues of councillors in different municipalities, that is one of our agenda items as the Regional Executive Committee. Because what we want to see happening in municipalities is what we promise to our people. The councillors of the ANC must be accountable to their community. And the issue of discipline is very much important. Where there are human beings, of course, you will differ there and there. But during your differences, you must not forget the mandate of the African National Congress, because we are there not on our individual capacity, but on the mandate of the ANC. And if we are carrying the mandate of the ANC, we are not going to have any confusion. Yeah.
I want to talk to you now as the executive mayor of Rustenburg local municipality. You are governing a mining town. You are leading a mining town. We know that informal settlements are mushrooming everywhere. But just talk to us about what are you doing to ensure that some of these informal settlements are formalized, and you also accommodate those people as far as services are concerned.
Thabiso, Rustenburg has more than 35 informal settlements. And then obviously it depends on the budget that we are having. We are currently formalizing Popomolefe, one of the informal settlement. Imagine out of 35, we are formalizing only few of them. But it is our intention to formalize the informal settlement that we are having in Rustenburg, depending on the budget that we are having. But some of the issues is, people when they are occupying a land illegally, they don't even consider where they are occupying the land. You cannot formalize people on the land that is risky to them, because if we have to formalize, obviously we'll have to move those people to an identified area where it will be safe for them. So it is our intention as the municipality, as and when we get budget, we receive money to formalize this informal settlement, and that is why we are even stopping those that are starting with new informal settlements.
Thank you so much. That's the executive mayor of Rustenburg local municipality, and also the chairperson of the ANC here in Bojanala in the Northwest Province, also saying that they are yet to decide on the date for the regional conference. And this is surprising, taking into consideration that the Provincial General Council of the ANC in the province has resolved that they must go to an early provincial conference of the ANC in the province to elect the new leaders of the ANC. You'll remember that the term of the current PEC is set to expire later this year, but the PGC has resolved to hold early conference so that they can focus on elections. But if you hear the mayor or the chairperson of the Bojanala region saying that they are yet to decide on the date for the regional conference, it's surprising. You wonder if the province will be able to go to the conference of the province by March, as the PGC has resolved. With that, it's back to you in studio, Ayanda.
Absolutely. The clock is ticking and we're watching this as it unfolds. Thabiso Moss, live to us from Sun City in the Northwest. For now, thanks very much indeed.